Welcome to another PC Sports Cards PSA Submission Reveal. This is Josh with PC Sports Cards, and today I have what I think is the most important reveals that we do. They're the outgoing submissions that are cards going to PSA today in the $30 value level. So if you haven't watched us before, we do reveals of cards coming back from PSA submissions, cards going out to PSA, consignment orders going up, how-to videos, questions about the hobby. We do all of it. So if you like those kinds of videos, hit that subscribe button, click the little bell so you get alerts. And without further ado, let's get started. So in the opening, I said that I like these the most because I think they give the best look into the hobby compared to anything else, right? So I think this is one of our customers that sends a lot of vintagey, mid-90s stuff, sends a lot of Griffey and a lot of Kobe and a lot of stuff like that. And this is like all the other ones, Kobe rookies, $30 a card. I think that's the perfect level to send this stuff at. You know, some of these look really sharp. I think Kobe's a great player to be sending right now, a great guy to be sending right now at this level. You don't need to wait for the lower level to come out because you'll probably get upcharged if you get a good grade no matter what. And with the market not being as clear as it is, might as well get them in today. So what we'll talk about here is what we think are good cards to be sending in and not as good cards to be sending in, and what we think you should be sending in faster, what you think we should be sending in slower. And the big thing about our videos is we want your guys' opinion as well. We want you to comment, would you be sending a card like this in, or down the road? We have about 160 cards in this order. Are these cards that you'd be sending in yourself? Or do you think somebody should wait for a lower level? Should you be sending it at a higher level? You know, tell us what you think. That's a lot of the value in these videos, is the commentary and the back and forth between us, people watching it, everybody that gets involved with it. Like, this is a really, really nice looking card. So we want to put these videos out because, like, the videos of what's coming back are cool because you see what's coming into the market. Especially the economy orders, I think those videos are good because you get to see what's freshly been graded, and see if you're sending that stuff in also. The bulk orders, we like to show what people sent in last year. So you're getting those back. Obviously, there's chipping at the top, so you're not going to get a 10 on this. It's probably like an 8. You know, but what's going in now can help educate somebody on what they're going to send in, right? Like, oh, if everybody's sending this in, does it make sense for me to send it in? Should I hold it? Should I just sell it raw? Like, you get to make your decision based on that. I have so many of these at home, and none of them look as clean as the front of that one. All these have, like, the back chipping, which is very common for cards that are 25 plus years old. This is a really nice one. You get a 10 on one of these, and it pays for the entire order. I like this card. Zach hates this card. Soul of the game. Lots of Kobe rookies. So hopefully, this is a group submission. So we're collecting people's cards. They're sending them to us to send in all in once instead of sending them themselves. And a lot of these people, a lot of reasons that they do this are to use our grading to consignment service, which is basically we'll sell the cards for you on the back end of it, so you don't have to take any money out of your pocket for grading, which is a huge plus for people because then you could buy more cards. You could not worry about having the money available if you have to go do something else. And also, what happens is you end up buying cards, and then we end up at the end just sending you either a check or a wire or a PayPal for money. So you end up just literally buying cards, evaluating them, and sending them to us. Then we do all the work. Josh Allen rookies. I know there's a lot of these that are graded, and probably a lot that are coming back in the backlog right now, but these will come back in the beginning of football season. So if you have established quarterback rookie cards, Josh Allen, Mahomes, I think there's another Rodgers later on here, this is the right level to send these at. You don't want to send these at 50, right? So think about it. This person has, let's see, let's quickly look. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that's $180. So basically, instead of sending it at 50, they're paying $180 instead of $300 to get those cards graded. That's a huge, huge difference when you look at it, because they can get 10 graded, basically. Well, if it's $30, $300 would be 10, and it would be 6. So they can get 4 free graded cards, basically, which is what they're doing, right? Which is insane. They're going to go back a little slower, but the timing is going to still be perfect. These Prisms, this year Prism was a very, very tough grade. So, very, very good card. I mean, Josh Allen rookies, right? I like every single one of these cards. I don't think there's any reason to send these in at $50. I think sending them at 30 is perfect. We got some early, I think this is 13, 14, yeah. Early gold Prisms. Gold Prisms were absolutely on fire last year. Low print run cards have just been the hottest thing. Print run has mattered more than almost anything else right now. Number 1 of 10. Herbert, again, perfect card to send in at $30. Because if you wait for another level, you're waiting for the season to be over, so you're not going to get that card graded, right? So if you're grading football or basketball right now, $30 is a great level. Purple Flash, nice card. $30 is the perfect level for all of these cards. So just so you guys know, I try to give an update. This is the Thursday video. So far this week, we got about 600 to 700 cards sent in, each are a rookie, for the value level, which is what we're expecting. We're expecting it to be about 1,000 to 1,500 a week. There's still a very, very strong demand for this level. Pujols. So Pujols rookies and Ichiro rookies, this is kind of stuff that is not as time sensitive as something like a quarterback, right? A football quarterback. You want to get that back so you could move it. This is more of a collection card. This person is saying that it's worth it to them for their collection to grade these cards at $30. But to me, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 cards. It's $180. If you wait till $20 comes out, you can get another 3 cards graded for free, or you could buy another, like one of these has like a $20 sticker on the back. You could buy another 2 or 3 of the card to get graded. So I don't know if that's the best use. J-Rod, if we knew when a lower level was coming out, I would say don't send these in and wait for a lower level, hoping that we'd get it back before next baseball season. He's hot. These cards are good. I'm okay with the $30. I think with this kind of card, you really have to look them over with a fine-tooth comb. Like, I probably wouldn't send this one. It's got a little white on the bottom. I'm pretty picky with this kind of stuff. Same kind of thing. I don't know. I'd have to take it out to really examine it. I'm not doing that right now. But, yeah, like this one's much cleaner on the bottom over here. So, that's the kind of stuff that I'm like, I'm not really sure if I'm sending it. But if they don't announce a new level in like 2 months, then I would send it at $30. Because I'm still getting it back in January then. And if a lower level comes out, that might come back in March. So I may hold off on something like that for now. But I'd have a time frame. I'd have it prepped to go out for when the baseball season is going to start again. Right? So basically what I do with this kind of stuff is I try to look at it like, okay, when do what I work backwards. Right? I think this is a key part of it. I work backwards in time. So for football guys, I'm sending that stuff in now in value to get back for when football season starts. For basketball, same thing. I'm sending that stuff in value to get it back when football season starts. When basketball season starts, I'm sorry. For baseball, if it's lower end, I'm like building my pile. I'm buying my $5, $10, $15, $20 cards that I think are going to be worth grading. I'm building my pile. It's a nice one. Mac Jones, rookie, not the debut. To a green velocity. So with baseball guys, sorry, I fell off track there. Devers. With baseball guys, this lower end stuff, I'm not rushing to send in. This is a good one. I would look this up before, so this I thought was going to be like, why are you sending Matt Olson in? But $10 raw card. Last PSA 10 did over $100. Same with the Sepia. So that's a good card. Again, that's the option. That's something you could find. So what was I saying? I'm sorry. I'll go back on track. See the print line going down here? I don't think this is going to be a 10. You can see that pretty obviously. So I work backwards. So I'm going to grade baseball for next year. Unless it's a higher end card that I think I want to move at the playoffs, then I'm moving it at a faster level. But I'm going to decide, okay, I think this is a card for February. How do I get the card back in January or February to sell it when I want to sell it? I don't think I need to send it right now at value. I probably have 2 to 3 months where then I would need to send it at value. I don't need to get it into the mix yet, because if something comes up in the next 2 or 3 months, A, I have the card in-house to sell if I need money, right? First and foremost. So I'm protecting myself. B, if a lower, less expensive level comes out that the estimated time frame still gets me the card back when I need to sell it, I could send it at that time frame. And if a lower level comes out that will be too late, I can always send it in value, right? Or I could do that, right? So I'm sort of saying I have this backlog of XYZ cards. Chris Paul, same kind of thing. Chris Paul, I'm not worried about when it's getting graded, right? So I work backwards. I don't say I want to send everything in right away. I don't need to send everything in right away. I sort of want to play it so I could maximize it and not have to worry about holding or doing anything that or making a decision, right? And if you're using grading to consignment with us, we're not going to hold stuff. So if you want to sell this stuff, then you need to time it out so we're getting it back when you want it sold. Purple Wave. Jordan Poole, I think this is a good guy to be sending in. He had a hot playoff run. And again, this print line right here, you could see it right here going across. This print line, people don't see it, they miss it. That could still be a 9 or a 10. Even with that, when it's thicker, it's not, you have no chance. But Jordan Poole, I think, so it's a straight speculative play, but you're going to get it back before the season or in the beginning of the season, so you could move it if you want to. And there's not a lot of it graded. But this is one of those guys, pop reports, that I would keep a very close eye on the pop report of stuff coming back from 2020 and 21. DeGrom, I'm not rushing to send anything DeGrom in right now. Just can't stay healthy. I have a lot of DeGrom stuff, so it's a little frustrating for me. So I hope that what I'm saying about timing it and working backwards makes sense. Let me know if you agree. Let me know if you're just like, I want to get it in so I can move it, or if you're the same way that you work backwards. So this burrow, I'm not reviewing any of these cards, but like you could see, this is off center, left to right. It's pretty good top to bottom. It's a card that everything else would have to be perfect on the card for me to want to send it in. But that being said, it's probably going to get a 10 because I said that. Brady House. Pacheco. So when I talk about grading baseball, I'm talking about grading guys that are already in the majors and stuff like that, right? I'm not talking about grading prospects. Prospects I'm okay with sending in whenever you get them, right? I'm talking about with football grading the quarterbacks so you have them when the season starts, right? If it's something like this, like Volpe, you never know what's going on with that market, so I'm okay sending that in now. I personally would probably hold off on it, but I understand why you want to get it in. John Cena auto, supposedly WWE stuff, like a nosedive. That's a cool card. Brady, Rogers, Eli, Palmer. Out of 100, that's a really cool card. Welker, Brady, that's a nice one too. So, Julio Jones. Julio Jones, again, somebody... The more established guys, I'm okay grading whenever because they're established. The guys that are time sensitive, like rookies, first, second year players in any sport, like Herbert, great to get that card in and back. I think the Reds have a low pop report also. Justin Jefferson, we talked about him in our last video. He's undergraded in general. really good value in Justin Jefferson. Unfortunately, he still doesn't have a quarterback, so I don't love him. But we're seeing more and more receivers and running backs go in. So that's good. Trey Turner, I still don't understand how he's a top pick. So I want you guys to look closely at this card. This is something that a lot of 2014 cards had. And it could be my eyesight, but it looks like it's diamond cut. So what that means is like this side of the card has a smaller spot than this side of the card, and that will like on the top itself. And it could be my eyes deceiving me, but I see a lot of them like that, and that's a pretty common flaw from 2014. One of the hardest centering sets that I've seen in a long time, and that's almost a decade ago at this point. Riley Green. T-Log, great card to send in. It's playbook. It's not numbered. Not a lot of numbered cards in this order. Najee Harris, supposed to be like the #1 running back this year. Don't know. I like Justin Fields, so I'm okay with this. These are good cards to send in for 30. Get them back when the season's starting. I like all these football plays. I'm a fan of every single one of these so far. This we talked about yesterday. I know this is a short print because it's a variation, but I am not grading any Hoops Premium at this point. Luka, fine. Ant-Man, be sending him in for sure because there's not going to be as many in there because people were a little cheap with it. Off center though, this is not one I'd send in. Again, I'm picky. My goal, just so you guys know, is 75 to 80% 10s. I feel like if you get 100% 10s, you left some 10s on the table. So I don't want to do that. And I feel like you go lower, you're not evaluating cards properly. So my goal when I submit is 75 to 80% 10s. Do I hit it every time? No. But that's my goal. Maybe a refractor. Fine sending these in. Get these in now. These prospect cards before they come up so you beat the rush. Autos always send in when you can. So, again, we appreciate you guys watching all these videos. We really appreciate the commentary, the back and forth. Our goal is to provide as much value to you, the customer, and be honest with what we would do with a lot of these cards so you have an understanding of what we're doing. We just picked up like a 300 card lot that we're reviewing to send in and have similar cards like this in it that we're probably going to be sending in value as well. Maybe I'll go over that order when we put it together so you see exactly what we're sending in. I think you guys would like that. Comment. Are you guys sending in quarterbacks right now? Are you guys holding baseball? Are you sending it in to get back faster? Clear vision is always cool. What are you guys doing right now? And if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button. Click the little bell so you can get alerts every time we post videos. We're posting them daily. I'm not sure if that's going to continue. We're going to try. But that's what's going on right now. And we actually look forward to doing these and the lives on Insta. And we're probably going to start doing some other content. We really want to get as much education out there for new people in the hobby and get people really enjoying what they're doing, enjoying the hobby, because first and foremost, that's the most important thing. Enjoy the hobby. If you enjoy the hobby, you'll stay in the hobby. If you don't enjoy it, you won't. So, Soto Fire rookie. So, that's it today, guys. Thank you so much. Look forward to the next one.